Welcome. Uh, God bless you, everyone. Um, Welcome back to a new live streaming. Today we're gonna be talking about living sacrifices to God. We're gonna be reading the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1 to 2. We're talking about how we can be present to God, and we need to present to God as sacrifice. And we're gonna go to the Bible, and verse 1 says, I beseech you, therefore, be turned by the mercies of God, that you present your body as a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you might prove that is what good and what acceptable and was imperfect will of God. So in this chapter, the Bible is talking to us about to present ourselves as a life sacrifice to God, and there's something that the verse started like that, saying and it said by the mercy of God, and by the mercy of God, you present your body as a living sacrifice, and it give three words. It's like a holy, it's a acceptable, and which is the or reasonable service. He's talking about three different things. He's talking about our spirit. He's talking about our mind, and he's talking about our body. So he's talking about three different kind of things, and all those three things they make one whole thing, the body. And the verse 2 says, I don't know, be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So something is talking the Bible about us, the way we can present ourselves in a living sacrifice to God. The first thing we need to do is we need to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. What renewing means? Renewing means we need to be into a process where we get need to be taking away all those things they are not belong to something specific. Something need to be transformed. The renewance, let's give a sample. You have a old furniture, that's really good. That's that's some fancy, that's old, but you need to try to fix it that way. Doesn't get bad, doesn't get in bad shape. So I think you do you send it to one place where they can try to fix it whatever is broken, and try to put in take away the bad painting and put a new painting on it. That way it's gonna be as new. So that's a renewing. But why the Bible is talking about renewing, to be transformed by the renewing of our mind? And sometimes we in our mind we are receiving a lot of information, and this information sometimes is not a correct information. Sometimes we are teach by the way we need to add, the way we need to do things, according to what a specific denomination, what specific church think that's the right thing to do. And the Bible is saying the way that which we can be transformed, is is renewing our mind. But why we need to transform, we need to renew our mind, and give you some specific steps. The first one say you might prove what is good, what's acceptable, and perfect will of God. So the Bible is saying to be able to prove what is good, what's acceptable, and what's perfect with God, we need to renew our mind. We need to be into a process which we getting away all that contamination that have been into our mind. They have been into ourselves. We have been into, let's say, about customs. Let's say about the way to do things. Let's say the way we need to pray, the way we need to to serve God. There are a lot of different things we learn on the road. And sometimes we think that's the right thing. We think like that's the only way to be or to present ourselves in a sacrifice, and to be focused, to be more deeper on this topic about like living sacrifice. Something we need to do is like we need to be every day, every time we need to be renewing ourselves. Every time like we get like contaminated, every time we should be into a process of transform ourselves, transform our mind, transform like the way we think, transform like the way we act. We need to be transformed like in a deeper way, not only like the way we talk, not only the way like what things we don't do anymore. We need to be transformed like in a whole way. That's the right word. We need to be transformed in a whole way. That way like we prove what is good, what is acceptable, and what is perfect. And we need to understand like the importance to present ourselves approved to God. And the only one who can have like the last word that we are approved or not, that's God. That's why we need to do everything, and we need to be, able to be transformed by the renewing of our mind, to be able to know the truth. The Bible said like we know the truth. After we know the truth, like we are free. And sometimes like we keep in like in slavery, we keep like a slave of the doctrines of a man when we need to be free. All doctrines made by man, we need to be able to be transformed by the renewing of our mind, and that way like we can present ourselves every day, every time to God as a living sacrifice. So this is the charter for today. This is the message for today. I hope you have been blessed to you, and ask to share this video. That's the case, and see you next Thursday at 10 p.m. with a new live stream. So God bless you, and see you next time.